We got a message today on being a skeptic and how skepticism can actually be healthy. What do we mean by this? Oh, let's get into it. This is Jerome Shaw, creator and host of the Open Palm podcast, motivator, meditator, coming at you live with a message on skepticism. I had a talk with a good friend the other day, and she's actually in the room right now. So much love to you. You know who you are. And I was telling her that it is so wise to ask questions. Why is it wise to ask questions? Because in the art of asking, you are basically saying you don't know everything. You're basically saying that there is more to learn, that there are things you do not know. So what does it mean to say that I don't know everything, and so I shall ask this question? Right? Like they say, I must ask you a question. But it's one of the most humbling and wise things that anybody can do. Because the one who says that they know everything has nothing left to learn. They have put a cap on their own knowledge. So in order to not cap yourself, having a little skepticism can be healthy in life. We received a message from our good friend. Follow him at Mindless Mindful. The brother, the family, the tribe. I love the way you move, family. He be moving, right? Mindless Mindful. And through that movement, I feel like he's receiving so many downloads from being out in nature, being out in the sunlight. And one of them is this one. When you cease to question things, you cease evolution. One more time, rewind. When you cease to question things, you cease evolution. What are the things in life that you don't know about? You know, they say that there are known knowns, there are known unknowns, and there are unknown unknowns. Things that we don't even know that we don't know about. So in order to find out, in order to discover, we might want to ask some good questions. So how can we continue our evolution through the asking of questions, having a little skepticism? As we say, the definition, skepticism defined as a skeptical attitude, doubt as to the truth of something.
These claims were treated with skepticism.
But we feel at times that it is dangerous to be a skeptic, that it is harmful to be a skeptic, that you are negative if you're a skeptic. But skepticism is what got me here. If I didn't care to know, would I have ever found out? If I didn't care to ask, would the answer have just fallen in my lap? Were you ever a student, one of the ones that raised their hands in the classroom? I usually didn't. For the better half of my life in school, I would stay silent. Exploring my inner world, I was a daydreamer. Never really one to ask questions. Feeling the tap of the teacher on my shoulder as they were waking me up. Jerome, you're sleeping again. Right? But there were times when I would read books or go out into nature and see things and imagine things, and I would have so many wonderful questions that brought me to so many awesome realizations in life. Great questions lead to great answers. My friend Damien says, I encourage you to always question things the majority of people believe to be true. I remember a Dr. Seuss book, Are You My Mother? This was the first book that I can remember my mom reading to me. Are you my mother? Right? This little bird going around to everything. Are you my mother? Are you my mother? It even went to a bulldozer and asked the bulldozer, this machine, right? Are you my mother? Why do I remember that? It was the questions. What sort of questions are you asking today? And what sort of places can they take you tomorrow? If I had never asked myself, why do I need this amount of food? Why is this nourishing for me? Can I not be nourished another way? Is there another way to live? Must I go to work each day? Must I have my energy drained? Must I come back home feeling like I'm exhausted? Must I do this? Must I do that all the time? Must it be this way? If I had never asked questions, I wouldn't have gotten any answers to lead me on new journeys in life. I'm sure you have asked yourself some of the same questions. Does it have to be the way we've been told? And could it be another way? One of the greatest gifts in life that we have is not being afraid to question. Understanding that it is within your power to ask. And in asking, you shall receive. For the one who asks, remain a fool for maybe 5 minutes, right? You ask a question, okay, you look silly. Did you really ask that? Okay. But the one who never asks may remain a fool forever. What holds us back from asking? Is it pride? Is it shame? Do we feel like we are less than if we ask? What do you have to gain? What do you have to lose? These are great questions. And the first step to receiving an answer, my friend, is just being brave enough to ask the question. And understanding that there's no right or wrong question. The only stupid question is the one you don't ask. Every question leads you further down your path. And understand that you can also change the world. For curiosity, having an inquisitive mind, an inquisitive nature to know more, and asking questions. It isn't just a way of understanding the world, but it is a way of changing it. So realize, my friend, that you have the power to change through the questions that you ask. Through being a slight skeptic, not trusting all that you hear, taking things as they are, but not becoming them. Maintaining your state of being and understanding that it is not what they say that matters, but what you believe. And that ultimately will be what you receive and what you achieve. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you. Thank you for being. Thank you for sharing your breath, your love, your light, your energy. And thank you for asking great questions that lead us down the path of discovery and self-inquiry. This is a wonderful journey, my friend. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yes, my friend. Hey, my friend just asked a question. He says, so you can beatbox? Yes. Indeed. So, You can tell a smart person by their answers, but you can tell a wise one by their questions. Ask more questions in life. It'll lead to more answers for you. Enjoy the day, my friend, the rest of your day, the rest of this life, the rest of this breath that we have. Continue to be all that you can be. And between you and me and the tree, this time can be so lovely. Jump in my DMs. Let's get to know each other. If I don't know your story, I would love to get acquainted. Check out the Open Palm podcast. That's the one in the bio up there for you, your listening pleasure, your daily inspiration. My friend, be well, be blessed. And we will take care. We will keep shining like the sun. Shine bright like the star you are. Much love.